What's good, people? What is up? What is They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. Mike.
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Or you gonna run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? Run me my cooch or run me my coins? That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Woo, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was supposed to, I thought Lil Murder was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did on Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Murder was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Girl. Clifford, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup, clumped here everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Get me up in my DMs, I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey, y'all, give me a second. I am coming. Shah. Yeah. Shah. I'm just trying to, what I was doing was, I was trying to catch up. It has been so much going on today. People going live and all of this stuff. Talking about my sisters. And I have to go and try and see what's going on. Because if the wrong people say the wrong thing. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. Anyway, but yeah, a bunch of people had a bunch of stuff to say about my sisters, and I was trying to see what was going on. I was trying to catch up. It's just not enough time during the day. I can't be sitting up here watching hour on hour on hour of lives because I clearly have a day job, and that day job sometimes requires that I, Anyway, we're here. We are here. What is going on? I don't have the time. Little baby, listen. I was trying to catch up. I saw it was a live that went on. That's I think still going on now, but it was a live this afternoon, and really B came up, and so I was trying to catch up on that live. I made it to the part where really B was, but I ain't finished it. And I didn't listen. I didn't even know none of this was going on. Before Evie's live this morning, as I shake up my crystal light in here, before Evie's live this morning, I didn't know none of this was going on. I did that live with really be at Evie last Thursday, and I was out of town. Y'all can see I was clearly in the hotel room. I was out of town, and I came back Sunday. Baby, I had no idea none of that had went on. Nobody told me nothing. Y'all ain't even tell me nothing. Mm, mm, mm. Y'all ain't even tell me nothing. Child, y'all ain't no good. I could be out here in these streets getting dog walked, and y'all ain't even tell your boy that me and my sisters out here getting drugged up and down these good internet streets. Y'all ain't right. Y'all are not right. That's fine. It is fine. Anyway, that's not the topic of conversation today. I just wanted to say that. Um, yeah, child, girl, child. Let me say hey to y'all. Let me take attendance as we start class. Hopefully, y'all doing y'all bell ringer, y'all warm up activity, which is to hit the goddamn like button, share the video out, and all of that good shit. Hey, Lemon Kush Pepper. Hey, Nicole Stevens. Hey, little baby. Um, Child, we gonna talk about that. You know we gonna talk about that. Morgan, hey, boo. Morgan, I love this new avatar picture. I love it. Jason, what's good, bruh? Amber, what's good, my love? What's good, Montrez? What's good, bruh? I don't know all of I didn't child, I didn't know all this was going on. Girl. Spicy original. What's up? What's up, my love? Child, listen, y'all like me. I don't be doing what little baby. Can you go put in the or Jason? Can one of y'all put in the members only chat that I'm live, please? Thank you. Hey Tracy W. Can one of the hall monitors go put in the members only chat that we live, so the people can't say I ain't let them know we live. Mm. Thank y'all so much. So listen, it's a lot going on today. I feel like I should do the sugar spiky moments first and then go into the headliners. What y'all think? Put a 27 in the chat if I should do the sugar spiky moments first, or put a 1 in the chat if I should do the headliners first. Y'all let me know. Should I do headliners first, put a 1, sugar spiky moments first, put a 27? I'm just bracing myself in case y'all say sugar spike. This is what I'm eating today. Got these from 7-Eleven. It says sour gummy bears, but they're not sour. That's clearly sugar on these because it's not sour at all. Mm. Hey, Bobo. Hey, Cookie. All right, everybody saying, go ahead and get these good sugar spikes out the way first. All right, let's get the sugar spiky moments out the way first. Ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, it's now time for your sugar spike segment.
You see, this is the part that I like. Major sugar spike.
So now, I want to fight. Daddy gave, his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And shall ever believe
major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. All right, let's get these sugar spikes out the way, y'all. Let's get them out the way. Hey, y'all, the boo. What's going on? So listen, trigger warning, trigger warning. Um this first sugar spike story is as spiky as it gets, okay? It is as spiky as it gets. I'm not gonna even read the headline. Let me just dive straight into the article itself. A California nanny was already behind bars for allegedly producing child porn with an 8-month old child in her care, and now prosecutors have added child molestation charges. That's the first sentence of the article. I'm spiking out already, y'all. I'm already spiking out. According to Contra Costa County District Attorney's Office, Michelle Nicole Hidalgo, age 28, was arrested on September 23rd after an unidentified social media company alerted the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children about pornographic images of an infant being shared on their platform. Hidalgo was working as a part-time caregiver for the baby at the time of the incident. She was accused of sending sexually explicit photos of the infant to an unidentified user on the platform, according to an affidavit. The two chatted on the social media platform. Hidalgo allegedly offered to take more photos and said she would engage in oral sex with the baby. I'm spiking out, y'all. Spiking out. Give me a moment. I just can't. I gotta regulate my sugar levels, y'all. God help us. Using the IP address, investigators were able to track down Hidalgo and confront her with the evidence. She reportedly admitted to taking the photos and sharing them online, but initially denied sexually abusing the child. Hidalgo was initially charged with 7 counts of producing and distributing child pornography and was held on $700,000 bond in the Contra Costa County Jail. After her initial arrest, investigators were able to access Hidalgo's iCloud account, where they found photographic evidence of her sexually abusing the baby. Prosecutors added 3 new counts of child sexual molestation, and Hidalgo's bond was increased to $3.4 million at that point. I can't go no further. I'm nothing. I can't. I'm nothing. I just have nothing. I don't know what y'all want from me. California, there's there's a special place in hell. Special place in hell for these types of people. I gotta move on before I spike all the way to hell out. I gotta move on. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. So, in a case that speaks to, hey, Pinky Tiki, hey, Diamond Pearl Gem, hey, Sean Kinsey. This story comes out of Gainesville, Florida. Now, Gainesville, Florida is one of the worst places on the face of the planet. I hate all parts of it, okay? If Jacksonville, Florida is the armpit of the great state of Florida, Gainesville has to be the booty hole. It's just the butthole where all shit and crap comes out of it. Because I hate everything associated with the University of Florida, and it is, in Gainesville, so nothing good comes out of there. And anyway, out of Gainesville, Florida, let me tell you about this travesty of justice in these yet to be United States of America. A 62-year-old white man convicted of attempting to run down 6 black men at the site of the Rosewood Massacre has been sentenced to a single year in prison. Let me say that and read that first sentence again. A 62-year-old white man convicted of attempting to run down in his car 6 black men at the site of the Rosewood Massacre has been sentenced to 1 year in prison. David Allen Emanuel appeared solemn and reserved on Thursday as federal judge Alan Windsor delivered the sentence on 6 counts. Six counts of hate crimes for attempting to run over historian Marvin Dunn, his son, who's a child, and 4 other black men who were surveying Dunn's Rosewood property to build a memorial for the massacre. The judge's sentence called for 12 months plus 1 day in federal prison for each one of the charges, which he allowed to run concurrently. So conveniently, you allowed the 6 charges to run concurrently, so this rat-ass bastard can get out of jail as if he's just serving 1 sentence. What is that going to do? He'll be right out of jail to try and run over the next black people. What's going on, Jay Wash? I'm not here for this. The Justice Department had sought a substantial prison term of between 5 and 6 years, though. That's the federal Justice Department. Emmanuel, a retired clam farmer in North Central Florida, must surrender to report to prison no later than noon on January 2nd, the judge said. He was also ordered to serve 2 years of supervised release after the prison term ends. Prior to the attack in September 2022, Emmanuel shouted racial slurs at the group from his white Ford F-250 and demanded that the men leave the area, court records show. After Dunn responded, they were parked on a public road. Emmanuel sped off only to return minutes later, his truck charging toward the group. Dunn's son, Frederick Douglas Dunn, leaped into the grass, saving himself by mere inches. A jury convicted Emmanuel over the summer. Now, here's the part that bothers me. So, the dad here, Marvin Dunn, here's what he said. Here's his quote. Quote, "I'm relieved this is all over, and I think that it's fair." End quote. Bitch, what? A bitch trying to run over me with their car, with their F-250, because they don't like the fact that I'm black. A year and a day is not enough for me. You tried to run me over, and you tried to run over my son, and you tried to run over the people there with me. That is attempted murder. And for attempted murder of 6 black people, you tell me a year and a day is all you get, right? That's what you're telling me, right? That's what we're saying. Just trying to make sure. Attempted murder. At the hearing Thursday, family and supporters of Emmanuel filed the defense side of field, excuse me, the defense side of the courtroom. Muffled sobs emanated from some as the judge read the sentence. What you crying for? Hey, Symmetry. Hey, Abby. What the fuck are you crying for? Y'all over there sobbing. Where's the crying for the fact that these black people damn near lost their lives if the son, Frederick Douglass Dunn, wouldn't have jumped into the grass in the nick of time, he would be dead. Because I don't think too many people survive when they get run down in cold blood by an F-250. Quote, I do see he's provided a lot of value to the community. I don't think he's going to do something like this again. But there's a need for general deterrence, and it's clear he did it because of race. End quote. And that's what the raggedy ass judge said. The father, Marvin Dunn, said the attack was the worst racial upheaval he's experienced since the civil rights era. But he and his son drove, but he and his son drove from their homes in Miami with a message of forgiveness. Baby, I don't have no message of forgiveness for you. I don't give a damn. There's no forgiveness for you. Because please be clear, had you not been caught and arrested, you would have no remorse. You wouldn't care. And if possible, you would have run me the fuck over in cold blood and kept it moving and not thought twice about it. A mess. During the trial, Dunn was on the verge of tears, recounting how close Emmanuel came to striking his son with the car. But Dunn, a grandfather, like the guy who tried to kill him, stressed the impact a prison sentence would have on Emmanuel's family. You caring more about his family than your own family. The man tried to run over your son. This is, I'm almost getting more upset with the dad here than I am with the white man. I said almost, not quite. I'm sure the jury was very non-melanated. Black people need to show up when you get summoned to jury duty. Represent. It sure does, Fi. It sure does, Sean, because and you know, I hear people all the time talking about I ain't going no jury duty. Baby, every time they send me, I've been on a jury 4 times in my life so far. 4. And every time they call me, I'm going. Why? Because I don't know what that case is. And I don't know whether or not I'm going to be responsible for making sure that there's not another travesty of justice in these yet to be United States of America. Like, I don't even want to read anymore because the more I read this, the more I get upset about the fact that you have all of this, you know, forgiveness and grace and mercy, and these people have no forgiveness and grace and mercy for you. And even if you tell me I forgive you, I absolutely do, that doesn't absolve you though from the punishment. That doesn't absolve you from repercussions. I can say, you know what, I forgive you, but you're gonna be sitting in that good jail though. Oh, I forgive you, I sure do. But baby, you still got to go sit in that good jail. I have called and dismissed. I have been called and dismissed for jury duty once in my 52 years. Just once. Listen, I've been called to jury duty 6 times. I've been one time that they told me I was dismissed. The judge say, "Sir, you've been here too many times in the last 5 years, so you shouldn't even be here." And I told him, Your Honor, I have no problem serving. He looked at the paper. He said, "Sir, you've been here too many times in the last 5 years for you to serve on this jury. I'm not going to even do that to you." And I told him, I said, "Sir, I have no problem, Your Honor, I have no problem serving on this jury." He was like, "No, I'll let you go." I said, "Okay, no problem." Like, it's a mess. I mean, listen, I don't even need to read no more. Y'all see what that's all about. It. I'm spiking out, y'all. And more sugar spiky stories. Um, and more of a travesty of justice. Let's speak to the case of Jalen Walker. Now, we reported on Jalen Walker's death, and the murder of Jalen Walker in the great state of Ohio, city of Akron. Okay, we reported on that here. This was last year sometime. So, just to refresh your memory, well, let me read the article, and the article will go back through, just to refresh your memory on some stuff from his case. The eight Ohio police officers who fired scores of shots that killed Jalen Walker, a 25-year-old black man, after a car and foot chase last year, are back on active duty, officials said. Akron Captain Michael Miller, in a statement, cited a state investigation and an Ohio grand jury's decision against indicting any officers in the June 2022 shooting death of Walker. As a result, he said, all 8 officers are back on full-time active duty. Miller also said the department's internal probe of the shooting is going through a final legal review and is expected to be released at the end of November. Walker's family attorney, Bobby DeCello, told News that the family is, quote, saddened by the way in which they continue to be ignored, end quote, by the city of Akron, whose leaders have never once reached out to discuss the employment of the 8 officers or explain why the officers are being reinstated. Police said officers tried to pull over Walker's car for minor equipment violations, and that he failed to stop, and then fired a shot from the vehicle 40 seconds into the pursuit. Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost said the state's investigation found that Walker then jumped out of his still moving car, ran from police, and ignored commands to stop and show his hands. Some of the officers first used tasers to try and stop Walker, but he reached toward his waistband and raised a hand as officers were chasing. The officers, not knowing that Walker had left his gun in the car, believed he was going to fire again, Yost said. In April, a Summit County grand jury declined to indict the 8 officers who fired a total of 94 shots. 94 shots in 7 seconds, hitting Walker 46 times. Let me say again, 94 shots in 7 seconds. I vividly remember us covering this case. The officers whose identities haven't been released were put on leave following the shooting and then reinstated to desk duty in October of last year. Months of protests followed the shooting, and the family has filed a $45 million lawsuit against the city and the police department. Akron's police chief Steve Mylett announced last month that he will retire at the end of the year, conveniently. At the time of the shooting, Walker was grieving his fiance's recent death, and his family and Anthony Pearson, an assistant state attorney general, said his actions that night were out of character. Quote, by all accounts, he was a good person, a good man, end quote. And that's according to the state assistant state attorney general. Attorneys for the 8 officers released a statement earlier calling the shooting a tragedy for the entire community, including Walker's family and all of the officers who were involved. A split, quote, a split second decision to use lethal force is one that every police officer hopes he or she will never be forced to make, end quote. Here's the deal. You, as police officers, the whole tactic of policing is incorrect. There should not be the shoot. Even if you feel you need to disable somebody, even if you feel like the tasers are not working, even if you feel like you need to use another type of force, even if you feel like the 1 in a million situation calls for the use of your gun, why does that use of your gun have to be intent to kill? That's my question. Why couldn't it be intent to disable, disable the person from being able to continue whatever act that they were continuing? That's my question. The other part that I have of it is, y'all go out here with all types of body armor, bulletproof vests, all types of things to protect y'all, yet from getting shot, yet and still y'all shoot first and ask questions later. If you're going to shoot first and ask questions later, what is the purpose of you having all of this body armor and bulletproof vests and all of these? You know, a lot of police forces now come with the uniforms where the actual uniform itself is bulletproof. They make clothing now that is bulletproof, and a lot of police departments are now going to that. There's no point in you having that if you're going to shoot first and ask questions later. If that's how that's going to go, because you said, oh, well, he reached in his waist and he shot at us from the car, but he reached in his waist. Now, please be clear. We never saw body camera footage of the man shooting from the car. We never saw that. The only accounts of that man shooting at the police officers is the police officers' reports and their accounts. Let me be clear. I'm going to say that again. The only record of him shooting at them is the reports from the police officers themselves. There's no body cam footage. There's no dash cam footage to verify any of that. Now, they say, oh, he started running. He fled the car. A moving car started running and reached in his waist. And we thought it was his gun. And he raised his hand, so we shot him dead. Okay. Did it take all 8 of you shooting 94 rounds, 94 shots in 7 seconds? Like, y'all that bad at shooting? I'm just trying to get the rationale behind this. But they've already exonerated these men, cleared them, said there's nothing to see here, and they back on duty, full active duty, ready to go out there and put another 94, bullets in another person in 7 seconds. Look out, city of Akron. They're coming. A mess. They're back on the job if you should need them. If you should need them. Hey, Abby, what's going on, sis? In more sugar spiky news. So a church is in the news because some white man been calling this church making racist phone calls. Okay. And now he finds himself in trouble. Joshua Leon Highstand was sentenced last week to 18 months in prison after he continually made racist phone calls to a black church in Billings, Montana. It all happened 3 years ago after he went to the church looking for a job and money, according to the United States Department of Justice. According to the DOJ, the primary victim in the case was a black woman, only identified as Jane Doe. She claimed Highstand's messages included several racial slurs and epithets that made her sick and frightened. More And so, more information within the case from the United States Department of Justice say that in court documents and statements in court, the they are alleging that in November of 2020, High Stand went to the church looking for a job of money. The elderly black woman who works at the church gave him a gift card. Several days later, he left a voicemail for the black woman using a racial epithet. He then said he would give she did he said he would give more money to the church if it did not employ any African Americans. The next month, he reached out to the black woman again at the church on the phone and referenced his white friends and how he would contribute to the church if it did not employ African Americans. He continued to leave these voicemails to this lady. One of the voicemails, he screamed at the lady saying, "Nobody wants you here." And this went on for months. After months of receiving these messages, the black woman contacted the Billings Police Department, hoping they'd put an end to his behavior. And as a result, he apologized for the messages in an interview with authorities. But despite his apologies, he kept on berating the black woman, according to the court documents. Let me stop right there. Let's flip this on its end. A black man calling some white woman at some Presbyterian church, leaving these threatening, racially charged messages, would have had his ass arrested. This black woman calls the goddamn police department and they say, "Oh, just come on down, give an apology, it'll be all right." Only for him to leave the police department and continue to subject this black woman to all of these messages. Just a goddamn mess. In August of 2021, he continued to send racist voicemails, including one where he told the black woman, quote, "The world is going to end because of your black ass race," end quote. His actions continued for another 19 months. This is after she called the police and they black asses ain't do a goddamn, I mean, they not they black asses, they white asses ain't do a goddamn thing. This went all the way until he was arrested in June of this year. This is going all the way back to 2021. And that's the second time. That's meaning this was after he had had months and months and months of harassing this black lady. She goes to the police. The police interview him and say, "Oh, just apologize to her." He left there, continued to send voice messages for another 19 months from 2021 until June of this year when he was arrested. Now, this one black woman wasn't the only victim. During the 2 years that he left these non-stop harassing messages, he also made racist and threatening phone calls to many HBCUs in the South. So he had a whole pattern of this. But the Billings Police Department wanted no parts of seeing whatever the fuck this white man was doing because they don't give a shit. Because white men who also wear a badge and a uniform will look past anything their colleagues, their boys, their drinking buddies do. Because in police departments like the Billings police departments, it's filled with people who have no understanding or no concept in their mind of black people being actual human beings. Because to them, we might as well be animals. Quiet as it's kept, we're lower than animals because you might get arrested quicker for assaulting an animal than you would assaulting a black person. I'm just gonna be honest with you. The man damn near ran over. We just did the story of the man who damn near ran over 6 black people, and they gave him a year. Try almost running over a duck walking across the street in your city and see if they don't give you 3 to 5 years. Let me see. I see a couple people came in here. Hey, Ravine. Hello, Ravine. Hey, Ravine. Do I need to have a whole little graphic where I say hi to Ravine so Ravine don't feel like I didn't say hi to her? Everybody say hi to Ravine. I need everybody in the chat to simultaneously at this moment say hello, Ravine. Ravine L Teddy 27 is acknowledging you, speaking to you, and saying hello. God. Hey, Chloe, what's going on? I don't think I said hey to you earlier, Chloe. Coming down the stage, doing the stanky leg from the top of our 30-foot pole. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Watermelon Sugar. Hey, Watermelon Sugar, what's going on, my love? But yet, them sour cream and onion motherfuckers show us every day they're trying to recreate the black plate. Right. God. Yeah, please, y'all go say hi to Ravine. Please say hi to Ravine, y'all. Please. I cannot deal with Ravine coming at me telling everybody that I ain't speak to her. God. Lord. Let me do some quick hits in politics right now. We have a 4th person that has pled guilty in the Trump RICO case down to the great Fulton County where Fannie was. It's not looking good for you over there, um, uh, 45. Let's just be honest. It is not looking good for you, 45, at all. I don't know what to tell you. These people are folding up like doggone a house of cards. Like they are folding up like pretzels. Baby, they are folded at every drop. Listen, the dominoes are falling, sir. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you expected was going to happen, Trump. But these people, and these ain't no little bitty people. These are lawyers involved. These are people directly involved with all of the things that makes what you did so criminal. They have already pled guilty. They have already agreed to testify for the prosecution. Listen, right? Lawn chair folks. Thank you, Jason. Baby, listen. I guess you thought, hey, really, B, what's going on, Pooh? I guess you thought the people was here for you. Baby, the people are not here for you. These people said, girl, the woman's name is Jenna Ellis. Okay, so she done folded up like a rag doll, like she done folded. Listen, y'all talked all that noise about my girl over here, Fanny. Hey, Fanny girl. Hey, girl. Hey, Fanny girl. I need to go buy Fanny some. I need to treat Fanny to lunch down to the Fulton County one of these good days. Hey, Marla Morris. And yes, please say hey to Ravine. Really, be please say hi to Ravine. God, Lord. Because if we don't say hi to Ravine, she gonna be mad. Anyway, but so Jenna Ellis once described herself as part of a quote elite strike force team of attorneys pursuing unfounded claims of election fraud. So she was one of the attorneys that was trying to say that Trump did all of this, that Trump was justified in all of this, child. And then now she's in the courthouse crying, doing her, weaponizing herself like all white women do with their tears. That's their weapon of choice, their tears. Weaponizing herself, crying to the judge, saying, if I knew then what I know now, I would have declined to represent Donald Trump in any of these post-election challenges. And see, we don't care about your tears. Neither does my good girl Fannie Willis. I'm sure Fannie was looking at you like, girl, go ahead and do it. Because, girl, once you wipe them tears, we need you to come over here and make a written statement. We need to do this whole deposition. We need you to fill out this whole affidavit of everything you know, sweetheart. Girl, you done crying? Because I got an affidavit for you to fill out. Girl, you done crying? Because we got a room over here with a video camera and our prosecutors that's ready to depose you right now, to get you on record for all of the things that you knew. Baby, we ain't got that type of time. You should have known this before you got involved in this. She was sentenced to 5 years of probation, 100 years of community service, in order to pay $5,000 in restitution and write a letter of apology to the Georgia citizens. I hope they put that letter on like a billboard. Take the good letter, put it on like a billboard on I-75, and then have her picture right next to the letter, like a half-screen billboard. Half the screen is the picture of her crying in court. The other half is the goddamn letter that she's been ordered to write to the citizens of Georgia. She pled guilty. That's number 4. Will we see 5? That's number 4. Will we see 5? Girl, boom. In other political news, the next person that's out here trying to embarrass themselves to run for Speaker of the House, out of the Republican Party, is is none other than House Majority Whip Tom Emmer of the great state of Minnesota. Baby, they've already said you don't have 217 votes. They're counting at least 20 people that said they're not gonna vote for you. So, girl, I don't even know why you wasted your time. Girl, you might as well. But that's their nominee. That's who they gonna vote on, I guess, or whatever. And well, baby, you just about to embarrass yourself. Marla Morris, I don't know how long the letter is. Now, if I was the judge, y'all know I'm good for a good essay. So if my essays are that long, my letter, girl, give me this good 8,000 word letter. Stop playing with me. Give me this good 8,000 word letter. Or no, I ain't gonna do like Aaliyah. Aaliyah just said she was sending a 4-page letter. Baby, I don't want no 4-page letter, because the crime doesn't call for a 4-page letter. You can give me a 40-page letter. Oh, he dropped out already, Nicole Stevens. I didn't see that. I did not see it. Hold on. Oh yeah, now I see it now. That came out at 4:28. That was before. Yeah, he did drop out. Thank you, Nicole Stevens. He did drop out. Is it cold? It is cold in here. I am very cold, Sharice. Yes, I am cold. If you must know, I am very cold. But I don't want to turn the thermostat down. But I just, rather put on more clothes. So yeah, he done dropped out. They don't have nobody here. They don't know what the hell they got going on over there. They don't have a clue on the Republican side. They don't have a goddamn clue. Not a goddamn clue. We might be here till January without. The over under right now is Thanksgiving. That's the over under. Are they going to put in the chat? Are they going to go over or under Thanksgiving before we get a new speaker? I'm taking the over. I don't see this ending anytime soon. I don't see this ending anytime soon. I'm taking the over in terms of us getting a Speaker of the House. I ain't talk about McDaniels, who's the Speaker pro tem, who they're saying we may give him some more. We may allow him to have some more responsibilities or duties or things that he can do in his position. He still won't be Speaker, but just to avoid a government shutdown, we may give him some duties, some extra duties that he's able to do, being the acting Speaker or Speaker pro tem. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Right, Nicole Stevens. Anything before January, I'll be surprised. I don't see anything before the clock strikes 2024. Nothing before my birthday. Nothing before my birthday. This is my last political news, and then we'll get to our headliners in just a second. So this is our last bit of politics, and then we'll hit my headlines. And after that, so y'all, I wanted to. I saw this article today, and I wanted to bring this to y'all. It lists 8 states right now who have gerrymandering cases in the courts, be it in their local, be it in their state courts. Wait, it's not cold. Wait, really be no, no, it's 70 degrees. It's like 70 degrees right now. Wait a minute. Really be you in Atlanta? And you ain't wait. I know Really B ain't telling me she came to the great city of Atlanta and didn't tell me when I sent her this good anthrax. Wait, you said you're over, it's not cold. I'm there. It's probably 80 degrees. It's 70 degrees right now. But wait a minute. Let me be clear. Hold on. Hold a goddamn show. Hey ma'am, I dare you to tell me that you are in the great city of Atlanta. Are you in Atlanta, ma'am? No. Answer the question. It's not cold in there. It's probably in there. Oh, okay. In the okay. That was a typo. Girl, this anthrax is strychnine and white phosphorus. I was about to send you in the good mail. Girl. I am gonna be in Really Be City next month. So she and I go hang out next month while I'm in her city. Her, me, my best friend, probably my ex, and my other friend Tony. Um, so but anyway, 8 states where these states have cases right now in litigation about gerrymandered redistricting, all because they were trying to keep Black people from having all of the votes that they should have. And when I say all of the votes, meaning the voting strength that they should have, there are all of these states are states in which they try to gerrymander districts to keep it from having more than one. Well, not more than one, but keep them from having as many Black votes or Black delegates in Congress, or the voting strength of Black people is lessened to keep not just it's not just keeping Dems from having these extra seats, but these cases are specifically denying Black people from having the majority in their respective areas where they live. So now they're keeping Black people from, because if you have a majority Black area, clearly they're going to elect a Black person to Congress, and they're trying to keep that from happening. I don't care if they're Democrat or Republican, but this is more so about the person being Black. So here are the 8 states. If you live in one of these states, you need to know about this. All right. And most of these we've talked about at some point, but I just want to list them all because I like that this article had them all listed. We'll start off with the great state of South Carolina. We talked about South Carolina We talked about even a black Democrat in the form of Jim Clyburn that had a part in this. Hey, Janae, you doing some forensic analysis in the lab? You ready to go home? All right. Well, tell your lab partners, L Teddy 27 said, hey, so we talked about South Carolina. We talked about the redistricting there, and a lot of it is in and around the Charleston area where there's a huge black um, delegation there. And we also talked about Jim Clyburn and his fuck shit with that. We talked about that too. The next state is Alabama. Alabama is another state. We know the Supreme Court ordered them to redistrict and they refused to. So now arbitrators have to go in there and draw the maps since Alabama don't want to do right. Just a mess over there. Just a goddamn mess. We have Texas. We talked about Texas. We talked about Texas. We talked on this platform about how Texas were taking areas that were traditionally purple and making those states those areas totally red, where they're not competitive anymore. They're completely red. Areas that were traditionally purple. Yeah, that is Gullah Gullah Geechee area. Child, little baby. Now, you know from being in Tallahassee like I do, child, you know when you get you a good one from Charleston, they done went to like one of them high schools like Burke High School in Charleston, baby. When them lights go off, baby, they're gonna have you climbing the walls, baby. You, shut up, L Teddy. Keep it moving. But yeah, that's Texas. Florida is another one. We talked about Florida. We talked about the fact that Ron DeSantis, there's actual Florida law that says that you can't do what Ron DeSantis did. And that's why the first map that the Florida legislature sent him, it's a Republican legislature, sent him a map that was in compliance with the state constitution. And Ron DeSantis says, I don't give a shit about no state constitution. You need to give me a map that removes this black district, specifically up in the Tallahassee area with former Representative Al Lawson. And so now that's in court right now too. You got Georgia. Georgia, in and around the Atlanta area, they're trying to limit some of the voting strength of the greater Atlanta area, knowing that area has been a stalwart for being one of the real reasons that Georgia has turned blue. Georgia turned blue because of mainly Atlanta, but you still have other areas like Augusta and Savannah, and Macon, a little bit of Macon as well, but definitely Augusta and Savannah that also were responsible for that. But they were trying to divvy up the maps to make Atlanta not as blue as it is. You got Louisiana. Louisiana is in the same case as Alabama, where Louisiana basically has tried to cut out whole black districts. And they've been ordered not to do it, and they say we don't care. And so now they're I said 8, I meant 6, and now they're in litigation again. So if you live in one of those states, monitor your political news in those areas, because you got a lot of people in positions of power trying to keep the black voting strength down, and we absolutely need to be mindful of that. And we're talking about keeping the voting strength down in large areas. In Louisiana, they're trying to diminish the voting strength in New Orleans as well as the Baton Rouge areas. Those are 2 areas within Louisiana where they're trying to dilute the the voting strength of the black vote, so as to keep them from having representatives in Congress that are black. So monitor this if you're in the situation. All right, let's do some pop culture. Let's get into the headlines for today. So y'all, let me start off with an easy one. This is real quick and easy. Let me start off with these girls. So the city girls are in the news. These whores, and I'm not just calling them whores because to call them out their name, their whole album is called Real Ass Whores. I'm just That's the name of their new album. It dropped this past weekend. It's called Raw, RAW, Real Ass Whores. That's what the shit is called. Now, Young Miami and JT done been blathering about telling people that, oh, let me just read some of the comments, all right? Before I get to the why they're in the news. Now, JT Money, when she was getting promoting this album last week before it dropped, she had an interview with Variety magazine. Here's what she said. Quote, I feel like it's going to shut a lot of people up too. I feel like a lot of people are going to tune in just to have something to say. And when they finally listen to it, they're going to like it. Right now, I feel like there's a lot of people doubting us. It's just a bitter time for a lot of people coming out of the lockdown, and people feel so entitled and opinionated, and it's just popular to be hateful right now. I won't say that people are just hating on us. I just see a lot of hate in the world. I hope that this album puts fun back into music from our direction. I hope it makes them fall back in love with us. That's what she said. So she said that the album gonna shut the people up and everything. Well, the album dropped this weekend, right? And according to the statisticians and all of these people, their first week selling is only going to be between 6 and 8 units um for the first week. That includes downloads. I mean 6 to 8 thousand. I'm sorry, 6 to 8 thousand units in the first week. That's it, girl. That's it. Hey boo, hey sweetheart, doll baby, love bug. That ain't shutting a whole lot of people up. The people ain't checking for y'all. See, the problem with a lot of these new school rap girls, they rap is just real yin 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 around the house. The city girls, the sexy reds, the ice spices, all of this garbage ass shit they be putting out here is yin yin. Where is all my girls who, paved the way for these girls to be here that really came with it, that had bars and stuff? Girl, girl, these girls, they don't even, when rap was innovative, when people, before there was a beat, there were lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was when rap was content and lyrics driven. Now people go find a beat and buy a beat and say, oh, let me match something to that beat, rather than you being lyrics driven, you as the artist conceptualizing how you want to deliver that, and then your delivery being the catalyst for some engineer or you or somebody you work with coming up with a beat to drop on top of your content, your flow, your lyrics. Because you can change up your flow, you could change up your lyrics based on the song. But these little garbage, girl, and you think people want to consume this mess? You have one, it's the soldier boyification of rap music. Let me just be clear. Well, you got somebody who put out some garbage ass song, and everybody see that garbage ass song get real popular for reasons that I still can't explain. And now it ushers in a whole mess of garbage ass music. I'm just, girl, ain't nobody checking for y'all. Your music ain't shutting nobody up. Girl, they say you only gonna do 6 to 8 thousand units in your first week. Hey boo, that ain't shutting nobody up. clearly the people ain't having the fun with your music that you thought they was gonna have. Girl, I can't. I just can't. Xavier, I'm not listening to you when you tell me somebody has good flow because you were born during a time where popular rappers knew nothing about the real genre of rap. They were horrible and they were garbage. Xavier, you did not grow up in a time where you value and can appropriately determine whether or not people have good flow. Because the people popular during the time when you were growing up were garbage. Girl, I just can't. Move it on, girl. We're not we don't feel bad for y'all, city girls. Don't cry for me, Argentina. We don't care. Throw the city girls away, throw Ice Spice away, throw Sexy Red away. All these little girls, just throw their ass away. God, throw Cardi B away if you ask me, but that's just my own personal thing. Girl, now I love me some Meg. I love Meg. Love me some Meg. I'm just, girl, just throw them all away. Girl, nobody's checking for y'all. You know what they're checking for y'all? For city girls to be bust down. That is your listen. You had a popular song. You still young. You can still throw it back. Baby, they looking for you to be a bust down. That's about it. A YouTuber I follow said rappers these days are IG influencers who happen to make music. Thank you. That's the quote of the day. And that's the day. Thank you for being here. That is the quote of the day. But city girls, we ain't looking for you to rap. Celebrities and other rappers aren't looking to you for raps. They're looking for you to be bust down. And then after the bust down, they just allow you to be on a feature. You know, you get a good bust down. You be done got your back blown out. They be done, bodied you at that point. And then they, say, okay, it was good last night, so I'm gonna let you get on. I'll just let you, get a little get a little 8 bars on this one little song so you can say I gave you something, and then they going on to the next one. They don't really respect you. They don't really think that you are credible artists. Nobody looks at city girls as credible artists. Xavier, we're not going to go into this conversation. We're not going to do this, Xavier. We're not gonna, Xavier. This is neither the time nor place to break down this whole thing that you call hits, Xavier. Because what you and your generation call hits, we call garbage, trash. And I know I come off as old, get off my lawn guy, but I'm sorry, Xavier. That's just the long and short of it. It's trash. What you call hits, we call trash. Right, little baby. That's a real strong word. Girl. Girl. Let's get to the big story of the day. So the big story of the day is what's the big story? Y'all know what the big story of the day is. What's the big story of the day, y'all? The big story of the day is none other than Dwight David Howard II. That's the big story of the day. Excuse me. Dwight David Howard II. Now, unlike other channels, okay, we have chronicled in real time the sexual proclivities of Dwight David Howard II for years now. Go back, we got videos all the way back from 2019 with Dwight David Howard II, where we done laid out and chronicled case after case after case of his sexual proclivities. So his admission of having sex with a dude and another, I hate that the media and articles are saying that the other person is a man dressed as a woman. All I know is the other person's name is Kitty. I don't know if this Kitty person identifies as a woman. I don't know if they identify as a man or as a drag queen or as a trans woman. I don't know what they identify, or just some random man who's a cross dresser that just decided to put on female clothing that day to satisfy Dwight Howard's sexual proclivities. I don't know. But if you've been following my channel, you can go back and watch several videos where we've chronicled Dwight Howard. We even went through what his type is, because he does have a type. So, he has a type. Oh, please be clear. He has a type, and we chronicled that. Baby, I don't listen. We haven't heard from Kitty, Xavier. So I'm just going to call the person Kitty, because I don't know if Kitty's a drag queen. I don't know what Kitty's pronouns are. I don't know if Kitty's a trans woman. I don't know what Kitty is. But so the big story isn't the fact that Dwight Howard is now admitting that he did it. Dwight, we knew about this. Baby, we can go up and down the eastern seaboard and call upon several people that can speak to your sexual proclivities since you entered the league back in 2004. So please, Dwight, please, that, people making that a big deal that he finally admitted it. Baby, this has been known for some time. Y'all just new to the party. What I really want to break down is, now listen, when this story first came out, we covered it here. Did we not? We covered that here. Put a 27 in the chat if you were here when we covered this specific story. Most of y'all were here when we covered this. So here's the deal. The guy, Stephen Harper, here's what alleged to happen. Stephen Harper fell into Dwight Howard's DMs. Dwight Howard engaged with him. They exchanged phone numbers, and then they started texting back and forth. Then that texting turned into sexting. Send me some pictures. Let me see your booty hole. Let me see your dick. Let me see your ass. All that kind of stuff. They texted for several months, for like 2 months. They're gonna try you to fill out the bush and say, "Yeah, I was here." So, because this is not even the first case. This is not even the first lawsuit that Dwight Howard had. Remember, Dwight Howard had lawsuits before. We've talked about this. We've chronicled Dwight Howard. If you would go back to 2019 with my channel, we chronicled this. So they have been texting. So, the dude probably did his homework, said, "Hey, I'm ready for the bus now." Dwight said, "Okay, I'm giving you the alleged victim's version of the story. Okay, this is his version. His version is, hey, me and Dwight was sexting. Hey, Dwight said, yeah, let me get some of what you got." And I was like, hell yeah, let's do the thing, because I'm tired of waiting. You don't have me waiting for all these months. All right, here go my address. He said, all right, I got you. Mama went and got freshened up, cleaned her box, put on some smell good, and then called Miss Uber. Mama got in the Uber, went up, Mama said she paid a good amount of money because Dwight Howard stayed far from her because Dwight Howard got money, so clearly he stayed probably in an exclusive area. Mama said she paid a good amount of change to get to that Uber, but she was here for it. That was, she was willing to pay the price because Mama was gonna have her good story on Dwight Howard that she was gonna sit with her good girlfriends and tell the story. Mama gets to Dwight Howard house. I'm giving you her version, right? She gets there already feeling good. Dwight, hey, good to see you. Probably gave her a little peck and stuff like that. Made her feel good. Probably came in there in some basketball shorts, dick semi-hard. Up pops out. They go in the room. Out the bathroom comes Miss Kitty. Now, Miss Kitty came out there, and Mama, Steven, who's the alleged victim, looked like, girl, I'm not here for her. Girl, I'm not into the girls like that. Girl, I'm here for meat. I'm here for chiseled black male body. Because let's be clear, Dwight Howard's face is about a 4.5, but Dwight Howard's body is easily a 9.5. Let's be clear. His face is about a good 4.5, but his body is about a 9.5. Dwight Howard keeps himself in great shape. So the meat ain't for his size. The meat is nice. Normally, tall dudes like Dwight Howard have little ass meat, but Dwight Howard has very decent sized meat for a person that tall. Anyway, so Mama was all about Dwight. Miss Kitty walked in there with the wig on and probably some makeup or whatever, and he was like, his dick went from here to here. Okay, and Mom was like, I ain't signed up for this. This ain't what I'm here for. This is his story. Dwight Howard was like, oh yes, this is going down, bitch. I done did all of this. I done put all this together, bitch. This is gonna happen, whether or not. Oh, I'm gonna make this happen. This shit gonna happen, whether or not you want it to. And Dwight Howard, all 7'5", probably 290 pounds of chiseled granite, threw Mama onto the bed, ripped Mama pants down, and proceeded to slob on Mama's knob to get it hard. After about 5 minutes of slobbing, it ain't get hard because Mama was turned off looking at Miss Kitty. Dwight was like, girl, let me stop. But then Dwight was like, girl, I'm already here. I'm horny. This shit is happening. So Dwight then started having sex with Miss Kitty, then went over there to Steven and shoved his meat down Steven's throat and forced Steven against his will to suck his meat. Steven said this went on against his will. After it was all over, after the skeet bust downs, Steven said he ain't but get his because he was completely turned off. He was just ready to go home. He tried to call the Uber, and Dwight was like, nah, bruh, Kitty gonna take you home. And so Miss Kitty took him home. And he says he felt violated at that point, and that's how we got here to the lawsuit. Now, Dwight Howard, on the other hand, says that shit ain't go down like that. He knew about Miss Kitty the whole time. He knew Miss Kitty was gonna be there. He said he was down for it because he wanted to get with me. He knew what it was. We went in there. He did act like he wasn't here for it, and then when it didn't go like I wanted to, and I knew that shit, I wasn't down for what he was giving, and he acted like he wasn't down for it. After it was over, I had Miss Kitty take him home, and I blocked that bitch because the sex wasn't good, and he didn't even give me what I want, so he got blocked. And after I blocked him, that's when he found a way to reach me from another account and told me either I pay him some money or he gonna embarrass me. And since I told him I wasn't doing none of that shit, that's when he brought the lawsuit out, and that's how we're here. That's the Dwight Howard story. Now, here's what I believe happened for real, for real. Steven knew about Miss Kitty. I refuse to believe Dwight Howard because there are pictures of the Steven guy that have made it out. Okay. Now, the Steven guy gives me film, but not a Miss Kitty film. So Dwight Howard likes some film. Let's be clear. We've chronicled Dwight Howard's kind. Dwight Howard likes you, very androgynous. So I have no reason to believe that Steven didn't know Miss Kitty was coming. I'm gonna tell you what I really believe happened. You see how Dwight told the boy to go home with Miss Kitty? I think originally Miss Kitty was probably supposed to go pick up Steven and come over to Dwight's house with Steven. Something happened, and that's how Steven ended up catching the Uber to Dwight's house. And I think where Steven got upset wasn't the fact that it was Miss Kitty. Steven was probably more so upset at the fact that I'd have had to spend all of this money for Uber to get up here. He was probably hot about having to spend all of this money in the Uber to get that he was completely turned off. And I don't really feel like Steven is probably into girls like Miss Kitty. So him being upset about that and the fact that he ain't into Miss Kitty at all probably made him not be able to respond. When Dwight Howard, now I do believe Dwight Howard probably forced him into that chair, like, girl, we don't already got naked, girl, we don't already got set this up, girl, you gonna do this. I do believe that part. I believe Dwight Howard probably did push him down on this bed, like, you gonna give me this good dick. And he went down on him. Now, I will say a lot of people don't respond well sexually when they're put in that type of situation. So at that point, Stephen Dick wasn't gonna get hard at all. Now, the rest of it, I think is pretty accurate. Dwight and Stephen had sex. No, I mean Dwight and Miss Kitty had sex. Dwight forced. And I don't know if I want to use the term force, but at some point Dwight's meat was in Steven's mouth. Steven says it was forced. Dwight says it was consensual. I don't know. I'll let the courts figure that out. But it ended up in his mouth. Hey, Sticks girl. And yeah. Here in the A, that was good. Aided child. Now, was it Dwight Howard's? I think it was in Dwight Howard's California, LA home. I think they said it was Dwight Howard's LA home, not his Atlanta home. Because Dwight does have a house here in Atlanta. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, this was in his LA home. Child, I think that's what made Mama mad. Mama was mad from paying them the Uber. No, because remember, he keeps saying, my proof that I went there and everything is my Uber receipts. The Uber is what got Mama mad. Let me be clear. Mama probably did pay like $80, $100 for the Uber. Listen, if you come to Atlanta, please be clear. If you take a Uber anywhere from the airport, it's gonna cost you $80 to $100 to get anywhere in Atlanta from the airport if you call Uber. I'm just telling you what I know. Hey, Miss Baythang, thank you for renewing your membership, Miss Baythang. The whole interaction through the Twitter broke bitch is broke bitch BA. Okay. Uber was surging and Steven paid the substandard. Right. For substandard sex me. Baby, Steven said, baby, I'm not here for it. I'm not here for this shit. Hey, Sticks girl, thank you for your membership. Sticks girl, if you were not only already a member, make sure you send me a DM on Instagram so I can add you to the members only chat. If you're not already a weren't already a member, Sticks girl, send me a DM on Instagram so I can make you a part of the members only chat. You don't want to miss that. But yeah, listen, Mom is mad about the Uber. The Uber. Child. Steven says his meat was in Dwight's mouth. Dwight admitted that he filleted Steven, but Steven's stuff wouldn't get hard. That's how this happened. That's how he said, well, fuck you then. I'm going over here to Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty shit must have got hard. I believe Miss Kitty probably blew Dwight's back out. Dwight gives me that. He puts foot, you know, them tall girls like to put footprints on ceilings, honey. Baby, listen. Miss Kitty was blowing Dwight's back out. Dwight, 7'5" ass Dwight, feet was really on the ceilings, and Miss Kitty was twirling her hair, digging his back out while he's putting Oregon Trail on the ceiling. She was twirling her hair in her wig, digging Dwight's back out. I'm just telling y'all what I know. Sorry to be so graphic. Girl, boom, honey, boom, boom, honey. Y'all know how this shit goes. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Do you think Steven was stiffed on payment? I don't think Steven was supposed to get paid. I think Steven went over there because it was Dwight Howard and he wanted that bust down. Do you think Dwight promised a little something extra for the kid? Child, I don't know. That's possible though. That is possible. He could have promised a little something extra. I do think how we got here was the monetary portion of it. And I think that was the Uber and the fact that, girl, I'm already having to pay. If I got to pay to get here, then I don't. See, I think what happened was, you see, I'm piecing this together, y'all, right? Miss Kitty, he knew about Miss Kitty. Miss Kitty was supposed to come pick him up. When Dwight Howard said Miss Kitty can't come pick you up no more, he said he probably thought in his mind, oh, Miss Kitty ain't coming no more. I get to have Dwight to myself. Oh, bet I'm here for this shit. And he took that Uber and went to Dwight's house because he probably thought in his mind, oh, Miss Kitty not coming no more. Girl, I'm finna get this good dick. Baby, I'm finna, girl, this shit finna be good. Mama walked in that house after paying $80, $90, $100 for that Uber, walked in that house thinking it was just gonna be her and Dwight. And when Miss Kitty walked out of that bathroom, Mama dick went from here to here. And you heard the Price is Right sound. Do 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 do. Mama was mad at that point. Girl, Mama probably said to her, hey, I know you the fuck lie. I thought you said this bitch couldn't come. And Dwight was like, no, I said she couldn't come pick you up no more. I didn't say she wasn't coming. I just said she couldn't pick you up no more. And Mama had probably heard what she wanted to hear and thought the child. Miss Kitty, I ain't seen no pictures of Miss Kitty. I only saw pictures of alleged pictures of Steven. Now, if I know Dwight, Miss Kitty's black. Dwight has a type. Dwight like his women dark skin, long hair. That's Dwight's hair. That's Dwight's type. Skinny, dark skin, long hair, very androgynous looking. That's Dwight's type. So I shudder to think that Miss Kitty was white. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying I doubt that. Maybe Miss Kitty is the bottom bitch. Kitty and Dwight probably go together, and Steven was the appetite child. Possible. Child. Listen, all the men have bait at Pride. Love bait at Pride because he's a 6'5". He is 6'5". Laugh aloud. He gets us all the free drinks. Okay. I know that's right. You better be using bait to get you all the free drinks. You think Kitty was paid? I don't know. I don't know if Kitty was paid. I don't know if Kitty was paid, child. Child. The settlement gonna say Uber fees for the Uber and sexual inconvenience. Yes, listen, y'all, but that's my philosophy on the story. That's the real story of what I think happened. Steven knew about Miss Kitty from the beginning. Dwight told him. Dwight is known for going to the sex parties that feature, the trans women or, the drag queen. He's known for going to those. He's legendarily known for going to those types of, sexual encounters. So I have every reason to believe that Dwight told Mama about Miss Kitty. What happened was when Dwight said Miss Kitty can't come get you no more, Mama interpreted that to me Miss Kitty wasn't coming no more. So Mama got excited, hopped up in that Uber, said, I'm gonna pay whatever I got to pay because I'm gonna get this to myself. Went over there went in that house only to find that Miss Kitty came up out that bathroom only for him to look like, wait, I thought she wasn't coming. I told you she was coming. She just couldn't come pick you up no more. And Mama was mad at that point. Mama was upset. Mama ain't get her nut. Mama had done paid all that money for the Uber. Mama thought she was gonna have the dick to herself. Mama was real mad at that point. And she also was probably mad that that he forced it to happen, child, or forced portions of it to happen. Your mama was like, "Mm-mm, I ain't here for this shit, child, child." Well, I'm sure more. You said the son was there, Xavier. Child, I think I remember that part. We went through this when it first came out. More information is going to leak, but according to Dwight and his lawyers, Dwight said all of this is happening because he blocked Mama on Uber. I keep wanting to say Uber now. He blocked Mama on Instagram. So after he blocked Mama on Instagram, she got mad and was like, "Girl, I ain't here for this shit. Girl, run me my coins." And there you have it. Right. He couldn't pay for the Uber for you to get there. Child, girl, girl, girl. In sad news, who that is, that's just my baby daddy. Um, Rapper The Biz. I'm B Rock from B Rock and The Biz. Um, his name is Paul Kostick. He died at the age of 57. You know him for their one hit. Who that is? That's just my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy. That's just my baby daddy, boy. T Bird, that's just my baby daddy. That was that song came. Child, I remember when that song came out. It was a whole bop. Child, a whole bop. Exactly, Tracy. His type looks like Berlin from We Were Born. Absolutely. Absolutely, Tracy. Child. So, our thoughts and condolences go out to his family and loved ones, family, friends, and loved ones. May he rest in peace. We will jam to your music, perpetually. We love That's Just My Baby Daddy. Come on now. If you ain't never danced off of That's Just My Baby Daddy, if you're of a certain age, chat. Anyway, in other headliner news, Um, Prince from Love and Hip Hop says that he raw dogged Lori Harvey, and he ain't got no reason to lie about it. Like he said, I'm not getting on social media, um, on a public platform and lie. Why would I get on a public platform and lie like that? The people are dog walking him, saying he lying. But can I be for real with y'all? I believe him. Janae say, I'm sick and tired, girl. I know. Listen, Lori Harvey be out here getting the dick. Do you hear me? Now, say what you want. All of his sexual, you know, the innuendos that he likes, vaginas, that, he like to get his own back blown out. That notwithstanding, and the fact that he's a whole fuck boy, he's an attractive man. Listen, Prince from Love and Hip Hop is an attractive man. The man is fine. The man face card is not denied. The man got a nice body. He's a fuck boy. The man got a nice piece of dick. We done seen his dick all over the internet too. The man got a nice dick. The man got a nice body. The man got a nice face card. He ain't said they dated. He said you have a parent conference. All right, Stiggs girl. Don't forget to send me that DM. He ain't said that they dated. All he said was, I raw dogged it. I believe him. I mean, if I ain't gonna lie, newsflash. If Prince came over here and said, "El Teddy, let me get some," I probably would. I probably would let him get some. Lori be running through him. Shout out to Lori. And I don't even think y'all need to make Lori feel bad about it. Men run through women all the time and people don't even bat an eye. Why Lori can't go around and get her nut? Baby Lori, do what you do, sweetheart. Mama, go ahead and get. Well, Lori got a whole resume. Girl, so and so fine girl, I had him. So and so fine girl, I had him. So and so fine girl, I had him. So and so girl, I had him. Girl, you need to know how to dig it. Girl, the dick ain't all that. Girl, his dick is good. Girl, his shit curved to the left. Girl, he ain't got no stroke game. Girl, he's gonna have you climb over. Girl, I live for the. I just need her to put out a memoir. Y'all talk about Corinne Steffens' superhead memoir. Baby, y'all wait in a few years when Lori Harvey put out her good book and memoir. Y'all think Superhead had a memoir? Baby, listen. When Lori Harvey put her shit out, girl. No, I don't let most of men raw dog me like that. I don't play them games like that. Tracy, you can't come over here and talk about why I need to raw dog it. No, we're not playing them games. Not over here. Cause we don't play them games. Even being on prep. Okay, I am on prep, but that don't mean you can raw dog a bitch. You might have the herpes. You can have the herpes. You can have genital warts. You can have the clap or gonorrhea or syphilis or something. I don't know. And prep don't work on all of those. Yeah. Yeah. I believe every part of. I believe I absolutely believe he did have sex with that girl, and it probably was wrong. Listen, that's why I say, Xavier, baby, y'all wait till Lori Harvey book come out. Baby, you talk about New York Times bestseller. Baby, listen, I need a book and I need visuals. I need a whole movie. Do you hear me? So, condoms don't prevent herpes if they have like an herpes outbreak in an area that the condom does not cover. For example, if they have it like on their balls, a herpes outbreak there, or on the pelvic wall, or some people have it in their mouths. You know what I'm saying? So, child, sexy red say she the raw dog queen, honey. Y'all don't want no parts of her. In other news, Jonathan Majors is in the news because now they're charging his the white skank who said he beat on her. She's now being charged. hmm Apparently, they go back to court tomorrow. Now, I find it real convenient that all this shit is coming out from Jonathan Majors' side a day before he goes to court tomorrow. But allegedly, yeah, she's being brought up on charges now too. They're saying that the driver of the car will be testifying that he was not the aggressor, that it was her. She's being brought up on assault charges. And let me see. And Jonathan Majors has filed a domestic violence complaint against her. He says that she's the one who assaulted him. Now they set to appear back in court tomorrow. She does have to turn herself in to NYPD, so that she can be booked and arraigned on these sexual domestic violence charges and assault charges. Baby, from the beginning, I said, we don't know what happened here. We don't know what happened here. I told y'all from the beginning, white women have been the whole demise of entire civilizations. So now with my black queens, I'm gonna believe my black queens every day of the week, twice on Sunday. If a black woman say you did it to her, I believe her, and you're gonna have to prove to me that you didn't do it to her. But white women alleged stuff on black men, it's gonna take me a while. I need conclusive evidence because I know how white women are. I'm just saying. I don't know, but I know they go. I don't know if she back. Well, she gonna have to turn herself into the NYPD, so she got to come back over to the states, Tracy, to turn herself in on these new charges. We'll keep you posted. We'll monitor the situation. In our last story of the day, we're gonna get out of here after this and make sure I covered all mine. Yep, we covered all our stories today. What time is really be going live? Can somebody tell me what time really be going live? Um, I hate that I have to cover this young man because this young man is a perpetual hashtag ABC, but I feel the need to cover it because it gives me a good feeling inside to talk about this story. Blueface is in the news. Um, Apparently he got to pay $13 million to the strip club. Apparently, the strip club where he shot the man. Remember, we reported on the story where the man, where Blueface ended up getting no jail time and just had to do like 3 years probation, right? Oh, she live now. Okay, I'm about to get off. So Blueface now has to pay that strip club $13 million. They've been awarded $13.1 million by the judge because they had to shut down because the shooting put them in violation of Las Vegas, the city of Las Vegas' statutes and ordinances and stuff like that. And they ended up having to shut down. And they are saying that he owes them for compensatory and monetary damage. And now Blueface has to pay that strip club, the owner and or the group in charge of that respective business $13.1 million. We just yesterday was talking about in the AB hashtag ABCs how, bro, you need to be saving up money, not throwing away money. When we talked about him being in the skyboxes at the LA Rams game, throwing away monies to scrippers, turning the skybox into his own makeshift script club. And now a day later, we found, well, actually it was last night, we found out now you got to fork over the sum of $13.1 million, sir. Last time I checked, you were confirming that the earlier this year, he said that they were pretty much correct when Forbes put out that his net worth was around $5 million, and he said he was surprised how correct they were, that he was around worth around that much. Last time I checked, $5 million ain't 13 million. Baby, you need to go do a lot more OnlyFans and do a lot more Zeus shows in order to come up with 13. The other $8 million that it's going to take you in order to pay these people off. Please be clear. If he's worth 5 million, that ain't 5 million in liquid assets. So that ain't 5 million actual dollars that he got to pay, that he can use in order to pay these people. I don't care. I don't think it's that much either, little baby. I think it's less than that, but I can't tell. I can't tell people what they were. But what I will say is, pay them people their money. I don't care. That's your business. That ain't mine. Oh well. Too bad. You out here throwing money away. Baby, I bet you think twice about that now. Anyway, we about to get out of here. Y'all heard that they're trying to say, remember yesterday we talked about the little baby story where they had this video of this man filleting another man's peen and they alleged it was little baby. Y'all know they trying to say that the penis is attached to James Harden. Now, if we don't believe that that's a little baby sucking the peen, why then would we believe that the person that the peen belongs to is James Harden? Girl, y'all be reaching. Y'all really be trying it. They trying to say, oh, that was James Harden dick that was getting some. Girl, I can't with y'all. Girl, they be doing the most on social media. They do the most. As Evie would say, they be doing the most when the least will do. And exactly. I can't. We about to get out of here, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I had a great time with y'all today. We got through a lot of stuff today. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal. I almost said bored because little baby put that in the chat. Thank you all for being vocal president actors. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They're much obliged and much appreciated. Shout out to Monk Chip, who did send me a Cash App yesterday. Thank you so much, Monk Chip. I did get that Cash App yesterday. That is so appreciated. I'm always appreciative when you all support the platform. If you want to support the platform yet again, you can do that here with the Cash App there. We're going to get out of here. Really Be is live. So let me see if I can send y'all over to Really Be's live. Y'all wait right there. Don't go nowhere. I'm going to send y'all over to Really Be's live. Hold on, y'all. Give me just a second. Let me send y'all over there. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. Do, do, do. All right. Really Be is live. Let me see y'all over there. Listen, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I'm about to get out of here. Y'all stay right where y'all at. Let me see y'all over to Really Be. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. We out.